Hey guys, how you doing? I know this video is a little bit late. I said I was going to update it every 2 weeks to start with, and it's been about 3 weeks. But I was pretty busy with work all this past week, so I didn't really have an opportunity to upload a video. This is kind of what they look like now. I haven't really finished working on them for today. Normally they would look a little bit better than this, at least to start the day with. But I don't think it's really fair for me to put like 2 hours of work or something into my dreads and then like make a video right after that, because that's not a real good depiction of the way that they look most of the time. This is pretty much what they look like most of the time. Sometimes I have a little bit more flyaways in this, but like I said, I have already put at least a little bit of work into them this morning. Let's see. The bodies are developing pretty well, especially these ones up front that I can get to easier. I probably work on them more. I haven't really had a chance to round the tips or anything yet, because the body of the dread really needs to be developed enough to where there's a substantial part where you can pull the tip up into the dread and get it to stay. I've had some of the tips rounded before, but they just kind of fall out because it's not really like developed enough yet. So I put some of the rubber bands back in to kind of hold them, at least the tips and stuff together. But this is kind of what they're looking like so far. I've got these ones over here and back here that stick out kind of crazy, but that's because I keep my hair pulled back in like a headband while I'm at work, because I kind of have to. But I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you absolutely have to, because it makes them develop kind of weird. They stick out so far because when they're up like that all the time, these ones in the back, when they're like up while I'm at work, it makes them tighten more on the top than it does on the bottom. So then even when you don't have it in, they like stick out, and you have to put something over your hair to like hold them down for a while to kind of counteract what you've already done. Beads work really well. Probably one of the best ones that I have is this one that's like back here. The tip is still kind of crazy because I haven't had a chance to work on that yet. But this is the one that I had those 2 beads on for the past couple weeks, and I didn't really do anything else to it other than just had the beads on it, and it's tightened probably the best. So I would definitely recommend putting in some beads as soon as you can, because they do seem to help a lot. I've washed it a few times, obviously, since it's been about 3 weeks. I have washed my hair several times. I haven't really been able to find a good soap yet that doesn't leave any residues or anything. I've tried some bar soap and stuff that didn't look like it had much in it, but it still leaves like flakes and nasty stuff in it. So if you have any soap recommendations, those of you that live in America, if you know any like common soaps in America that are good to use, that would be helpful. What else? Kind of the back, I guess. In hindsight, I don't know that I would have gone with quite so many, because it's kind of hard to keep working on all of them now, because there's just so many of them. Even if you only put like 5 minutes into each one, it would take me hours to go through all of them. So I don't ever work on all of them at once. I usually just pick out like the 5 or 6 worst ones and then just go with that. But they're coming along again. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't thought about getting rid of them already. I have, but I don't think anybody who has dreads has wanted them the whole time. One of the reasons that so many few people have dreads is they're just so hard to get. It takes a long time to grow out your hair, and then even once you've grown it out to where it's long enough, getting them to go in and stay in is really hard. I'm still not using any wax. I'm avidly against wax, so I don't even think as a last resort I would do that, because I don't want the mess of having to deal with it, and I would much rather just have just my hair than a bunch of wax in it. But send me any comments, questions, suggestions, things that if you have dreads that you found that work for you. I'm open to any help I can get, and I'll kind of keep you updated along the way as to what at least works for me. So, peace guys.